What happens when the dramatic geometry of Gothic architecture, the pointed arches, the soaring vertical lines, the interplay of deep shadow and dramatic light, collides with the wide, open floor plans, steel durability, and raw spatial generosity of modern Barndominium construction? And then you take all of that and push it underground into a custom basement that is unlike anything the conventional home market has ever produced. You get the modern Gothic Barndominium, and it is one of the most visually striking, most spatially intelligent, and most genuinely personal home concepts being designed in 2026. Today I am walking you through the complete design of one of these homes, the exterior, the full interior layout, and the custom basement, with honest detail about what makes this design work, what it costs to build, and the specific decisions that separate a truly extraordinary Gothic Barndominium from one that just painted its front door black and called it Gothic. I'm Abdulakin Ishaq, and this is the Homes and Haven. Subscribe right now and hit that notification bell because this channel covers alternative home design, real build intelligence, and the home concepts that push the boundaries of what Barndominium construction can achieve every single week. Like this video if you're drawn to homes that have genuine design conviction rather than trend-chasing aesthetics. Stay with me all the way to the end, because the basement design section of this video is where this concept reaches its full potential, and the specific details I cover there are things you will not find in any other Barndominium content online. Do not skip ahead. What modern Gothic actually means in a Barndominium context. Before we design a single room, we need to establish what modern Gothic means in a residential Barndominium context, because Gothic is one of the most misunderstood and most frequently misapplied aesthetic labels in home design, and getting it wrong produces a home that looks like a Halloween costume rather than an architectural statement. True Gothic architecture, the medieval cathedral tradition that peaked in 12th to 16th century Europe, is defined by specific structural and spatial characteristics that translate surprisingly well into modern residential design when interpreted intelligently rather than literally. The pointed arch is the most recognizable Gothic motif. Structurally, it was developed to direct weight more efficiently than the semicircular Roman arch, and aesthetically, it creates the sense of upward aspiration and vertical drama that defines the Gothic spatial experience. Ribbed vaulting, structural ribs that trace the geometry of the ceiling and direct loads to specific points, creates a ceiling surface that is both structurally expressive and visually extraordinary. Dramatic fenestration, large windows, often with geometric tracery, that flood interior spaces with colored or filtered light, is the Gothic mechanism for creating the sacred, otherworldly light quality that makes Gothic interiors feel genuinely unlike any other architectural tradition. Modern Gothic in a Barndominium context takes these spatial and aesthetic principles and applies them using contemporary materials, contemporary construction methods, and a contemporary sensibility about livability and comfort. It does not mean installing gargoyles on the roof or filling the interior with medieval reproduction furniture. It means designing a home where the vertical dimension is celebrated rather than minimized, where structural elements are expressed rather than concealed, where windows are positioned and sized to create specific light experiences rather than simply providing ventilation and daylight, and where the overall spatial character evokes the drama and gravitas of the Gothic tradition without sacrificing the warmth and functionality that a modern home requires. The Barndominium structural system is an excellent platform for this interpretation. The clearspan steel or post-frame structural system eliminates interior load-bearing walls, allowing the interior spatial composition to be driven by design intent rather than structural necessity. The achievable ceiling heights, 18 to 26 feet at the ridge, create the vertical dimension that Gothic spatial experience requires. And the raw material honesty of exposed steel, concrete, and timber that Barndominium construction naturally produces is aesthetically compatible with the Gothic tradition's celebration of structural expression. The exterior, establishing the Gothic presence. The exterior of a modern Gothic Barndominium needs to communicate design conviction immediately, from the road, from the driveway approach, from every angle of the site. A Gothic exterior that requires explanation is not doing its job. The architectural language should be unmistakable. The roofline is the starting point and the most critical exterior decision. A steeply pitched gable roof, 12 on 12 or steeper, establishes the vertical emphasis that defines Gothic architecture. A 12 on 12 pitch produces a roof angle of 45 degrees that reads as dramatically steep compared to the 4 on 12 and 6 on 12 pitches that most barndominiums use. Steeper still, 14 on 12 or 16 on 12, pushes the roofline into genuinely cathedral territory and creates an exterior silhouette that is unforgettable and unmistakably intentional. The roof material at this pitch should be standing seam metal in matte black or very dark charcoal. The deep color and the clean parallel seams of standing seam roofing at a steep pitch create an exterior surface of genuine architectural drama. The pointed arch motif should appear at the primary entry. An arched steel portal framing the front door, fabricated from structural steel tube and finished in a dark powder coat, creates the Gothic signature element at the most important threshold of the building. This arch does not need to be structurally load-bearing. It can be a purely expressive element mounted to the exterior wall, but it should be sized to the scale of the building rather than the scale of a standard door. An arch that spans 6 to 8 feet at its widest point and rises 12 to 14 feet at its peak makes a genuinely powerful statement. A smaller arch looks like a decoration. The larger arch looks like architecture. The exterior cladding palette for a modern Gothic barndominium should be dark, layered, and materially rich. Deep charcoal or matte black metal panel as the primary skin. Reclaimed or rough-sawn stone, limestone, bluestone, or dark granite as a base material at the lower third of the building, giving the structure a sense of mass and permanence that metal panel alone cannot convey. Dark oxidized steel accent elements at window frames, at the entry arch, and at the soffit detailing. And very intentionally placed windows, tall and narrow in the Gothic proportion, with black steel frames, positioned to create asymmetric compositions on the exterior face rather than the symmetrical window arrangements of conventional residential design. The landscaping and approach sequence are as important as the building itself in establishing the Gothic presence. An avenue of dark foliage trees, purple leaf plum, dark variety ornamental pear, or columnar yew, flanking the driveway approach creates a sense of arrival through enclosure that prepares the visitor for the building's character. Low stone walls along the approach, strategic lighting that creates deep shadow at grade and uplights the building's vertical elements at night. A Gothic barndominium experienced at night, properly illuminated, is one of the most dramatic residential exterior experiences imaginable. The full interior layout. The interior layout of the modern Gothic barndominium is organized around a single overriding spatial principle: the vertical. Every room, every corridor, every threshold should reinforce the experience of living in a space that aspires upward rather than spreading outward. The great room is the heart of the layout and the space where the Gothic spatial experience is most fully realized. In a 50-foot wide, clear span barndominium with a 14 on 12 roof pitch, the ridge height at the center line of the building reaches approximately 30 feet above the finished floor, a ceiling height that no stick frame home can produce, and that creates an interior volume of genuinely cathedral proportion. The great room occupies the full width of the building and the full height from floor to ridge, with no dropped ceiling and no secondary floor structure interrupting the vertical experience. The structural elements in the great room should be expressed rather than concealed. Exposed steel ridge beam and purlins, painted in a dark matte finish or left in natural oxidized steel, trace the geometry of the roof structure and create the ribbed ceiling effect that directly references Gothic vaulting. Custom steel tension rods or X-bracing at the gable ends, visible from the interior, add structural expression and visual complexity to the end walls. A single massive stone fireplace, floor to ceiling, constructed from rough-cut limestone or dark granite, anchors the great room's long wall and provides the visual focal point that the scale of the space demands. The kitchen is positioned at one end of the great room, separated from the living area by the island rather than by walls. The kitchen design in a Gothic barndominium should be dark and materially serious. Custom cabinetry in black or very dark stained oak, stone countertops in a dark honed finish, commercial-grade appliances in matte black or stainless, and pendant lighting in black wrought iron or oxidized steel that references Gothic metalwork, without replicating it literally. The kitchen island, 12 to 14 feet long, in a waterfall-edged dark stone, serves as the visual anchor of the kitchen end of the great room and provides the horizontal counterpoint to the vertical emphasis of the ceiling above. The sleeping wing is accessed from the great room through a pointed arch doorway. The interior version of the exterior entry arch, executed in drywall and painted trim rather than steel, but maintaining the proportional language of the Gothic motif. The bedroom corridor uses lower ceiling heights, 10 to 12 feet rather than the great room's 30, which creates a deliberate contrast between the drama of the main living spaces and the intimacy of the private sleeping areas. This contrast, moving from the soaring verticality of the Gothic great room into the sheltered enclosure of the bedroom wing, is one of the most powerful spatial transitions available in this design. The master bedroom suite occupies the full width of the building at the sleeping wing end, with a private covered porch accessible through a set of tall, narrow French doors. Gothic proportion again, that frames a view of the landscape and connects the master suite to the outdoor world. The master bathroom continues the dark material palette of the rest of the home. Dark stone tile floor to ceiling, a freestanding concrete soaking tub, a walk-in shower with a black steel and glass enclosure, and linear pendant lighting in black and steel that casts warm light against the dark stone surfaces. The custom basement, where the Gothic vision reaches its full potential. This is the section I promised you at the beginning. The basement design that takes the modern Gothic Barndominium from a striking home into something genuinely extraordinary. The basement of a Gothic Barndominium is not an afterthought. It is the most intensely designed space in the entire building. The space where the Gothic aesthetic is pushed furthest and the spatial experience is most completely realized. The basement is accessed from the great room via a staircase that is itself a design statement. An open riser steel staircase with a pointed arch steel frame at the head of the stairs, visible from the great room, announces the descent with Gothic formality. The staircase is illuminated by recessed lighting in the treads and wall-mounted sconces in oxidized iron at the landing, creating a transition from the bright, vertical great room above into the deliberately dimmer, more intimate atmosphere of the basement below. The basement ceiling height is critical. 10 feet minimum of finished ceiling is required to prevent the below-grade space from feeling oppressive. In a Gothic Barndominium basement, the ceiling is not flat drywall. It is a series of shallow pointed barrel vaults in plaster or gypsum, referencing the rib vault tradition directly and creating a ceiling surface of genuine architectural complexity. The vaulted ceiling requires a skilled plasterer and is one of the more expensive finish elements in the basement. But it is the single detail that most completely transforms the basement from a finished lower level into a genuinely Gothic spatial experience. The basement layout is organized into 4 primary zones. The first is a wine cellar and tasting room, a fully conditioned stone-walled room with floor-to-ceiling display racks in dark oxidized steel, a tasting table in rough-hewn dark oak, and lighting that illuminates the wine display from within the rack structure. The stone walls of the wine cellar, real stone or high-quality stone veneer, create a visual and tactile connection to the masonry tradition of Gothic architecture that no other finished material can replicate. The second zone is a home theater, a dedicated screening room with deeply upholstered seating, acoustic wall panels in dark velvet, and a projection system that maximizes the 14-foot ceiling height for an immersive screen size. The third zone is a study and library, floor-to-ceiling darkwood bookshelves, a massive partner's desk in dark oak, stone floor, and a gas fireplace in a Gothic stone surround that creates a space of profound quiet and scholarly character. The fourth zone is a private gym, rubber flooring, mirror walls, equipment storage and custom dark steel cabinetry, and a sauna room and dark cedar that provides recovery and relaxation without leaving the building. The basement walls throughout, where not finished as specific rooms, are exposed concrete with a board-form texture that references the formwork of the concrete pour and creates a surface of raw material honesty that is both authentic and visually compelling. This treatment is inexpensive relative to applied finishes and produces a result that looks deliberately designed rather than unfinished. Honest costs and critical decisions. A modern Gothic barndominium with a full custom basement is a significant investment, and the Gothic design elements that make this home extraordinary add real cost that deserves honest acknowledgement. For a 50 by 80 foot structure, 4,000 square feet on the main level, with a full 4,000 square foot finished basement, using the finish strategies I have described, the realistic cost breakdown in most markets in 2026 looks like this. The structural package with a steep pitch gable roof configuration runs $40,000 to $70,000. Foundation and basement construction, full perimeter basement walls, waterproofing, drainage system, and basement slab, runs $80,000 to $140,000. Insulation for the main structure runs $30,000 to $55,000. Interior framing, drywall, and the Gothic vaulted basement ceiling plastering runs $45,000 to $85,000. Electrical runs $28,000 to $50,000. Plumbing runs $22,000 to $42,000. HVAC for both levels runs $25,000 to $48,000. The Gothic exterior elements: entry arch fabrication, stone base cladding, dark window package, add $35,000 to $65,000 above standard barndominium exterior costs. Interior finishes including the great room fireplace, dark kitchen, master bathroom, and bedroom wing runs $60,000 to $130,000. Basement specialty finishes: wine cellar, theater, library, gym, vaulted ceiling plastering, run $55,000 to $120,000. Site work runs $20,000 to $55,000. General contractor fees add 15 to 25%. Total realistic finish cost for a fully realized modern Gothic barndominium with custom basement in most markets in 2026, $550,000 to $950,000. That is a wide range, and the honest midpoint is approximately $700,000 to $750,000 for a build that fully executes the design vision I have described. A custom home of equivalent square footage, equivalent basement finish, and equivalent design ambition in conventional construction would cost $900,000 to $1,500,000 or more in most markets. The barndominium structural system continues to deliver meaningful cost efficiency even at this level of design sophistication. But the Gothic design elements are real cost adders that should be budgeted explicitly rather than assumed to be absorbed into a standard barndominium budget. The most important single decision in this entire project is hiring an architect or designer who has direct experience with Gothic architectural motifs and with metal building construction. The combination of those two specific competencies is rare, and the consequences of executing Gothic design elements without that competency are homes that look theatrical rather than architectural. Budget for design services at 8 to 12% of total construction cost, and find a designer who can show you build examples of design work that demonstrates both Gothic design literacy and metal building construction understanding. If this video sparked a design vision you did not know you had, or gave you the language to describe something you have been trying to articulate for a long time, hit that like button right now. It helps this content reach more people who are designing homes with genuine conviction rather than conventional defaults. Subscribe and turn on notifications because we cover the most ambitious and most innovative alternative home designs every single week. Drop a comment below and tell me, which space in this Gothic barndominium design resonated most with you, and what would you change to make it yours? I read every comment, and I genuinely love this conversation. Share this video with anyone who has been told their design vision is too unconventional. Sometimes unconventional is exactly right. Design boldly. Build with conviction. I will see you in the next one.